Hello, how the devil are you guys? I am Mateus and welcome back to my channel. Now I know some of you guys in the Seven Hells Legion are still at school at the moment and are going to be leaving school soon and starting this new chapter in your life. Now I know it can be quite exciting, sometimes even quite frightening, but it is full of opportunities. And I'm here just to give you guys just a little bit of advice if you're thinking about starting college or starting a new job or maybe even both together. My number one tip for you guys who want to go to college, if you've already decided that you want to go to college, you probably already know what college you want to go into. But my number one advice is do not blindly follow your friends into a college or a college course, especially if it's like a music course. And you're not really interested in music, you're just going along because you're friends in that course and then you're going to know them. It's going to be a complete waste of your time, like a whole year, maybe even 2 years, depending how long the course is. You're going to lose interest because you're not particularly interested in that topic, and you're probably just going to drop out and you're going to waste a lot of your time. So don't be forced by your friends on what college to go to or what courses to go to. Furthermore, don't be forced into a college or course that your parents want to go into, like your mum, your dad, your friends, or any of your family. You need to research online. All of the information is online for every single college that is available out there. Read up about that, guys. They'll have all the information about which courses they do, where they're based, their success rates, their not success rates, right? You need to go in there, have a look and pick one that you are genuinely interested in. If you do that, then you're going to succeed more, you're going to enjoy it more, and you're going to enjoy the whole experience a lot more. Most colleges also have open days, which is pretty cool. So you can go and have a walk around the whole of the college and get you used to the grounds, get used to, where everything sort of is. You can even meet your teachers. You might even meet some classmates of yours, which is really cool to meet. Obviously, meet and greet them. Then you might know some faces, some familiar faces around that you didn't even know that was going to do that course, and you get to make new friends. Now, I know what you're saying, but Matt, if I go to a college where nobody else is going, I'm not going to know no one. And in a way, that's kind of a good thing. It's kind of like a fresh start, if you know what I mean. Because in school, all of your friends, you notice they come and go a lot. And that's because as you grow up, your interests change, your personality changes, right? You grow as a person, and so do they. And naturally, friends just come and go. As you get older, obviously your interests and personality change, but not as drastically as you were as you're growing up, right? So it'd be nice to meet new people that obviously if they're in the same course as well, they've got the same interests as you. So that's a foundation start, right? And you can make new friends and it'll be a really cool experience. Like some of the friends that I made at college, I'm still friends with today. So just to recap, pick a college that you're interested in, pick a course that you're interested, go to the open days and events and things like that. If you are stuck on which college to go to or which course to go to, or you're not quite sure which direction you want to do, if you want to take a job, then if you've got youth workers in your area, I highly recommend you go and check out a youth worker. They're free, they give you loads of information, they can give you loads of advice, they can give you advice on which colleges to take, transport, they can also do college CVs and the documentation. They can help boost your English and math skills to get into college courses if they're not high enough. They can help you with job CVs. They can help you with mock exams. They're awesome people. They are there to help you, and if you don't use them, you lose them, unfortunately. I was a youth worker for a year in my area. Youth workers are there for you guys, and they're so supportive and they're so good at their job. So if they are in your area, I highly recommend to just go and check them out. Just go and have a chat, talk about things, get a few things off your chest, and you never know, they might be able to help you. Also, another good college course that I went to was called E2E, which is Education to Employment. And they can brush up on your maths, your English. they can get you some work experience, they can also set up some charity work, volunteer work. All of that helps for a CV. It can help you drastically, all of that extra few things. You also get paid for it, about £30 a week. You may have to check that out in your area. I'm not sure if they would or not, but for me it did, and they were awesome. They helped me a lot to get into my first job. So definitely go and check out that if you got E2E courses anywhere in your area. Now, for those of you who just want to go straight into a job, this can be quite scary. This was the scariest most point for me. I was an absolute nervous wreck, but I did go to the youth worker, and they helped me put in a CV, which is number one, guys. If you want to start a job, you want to get that CV done, right? There's no shame of asking for help, asking your parents, your teachers, youth workers, anybody that you really trust. And on your CV, you basically just want to put in some basic information about yourself. So your name, your address, age, contact information, obviously. Then you want to go into a little not paragraph, but a little sentence about yourself. Then obviously you want to put in all of your education, all of your grades, anything to do with charity work or volunteer work, as I mentioned earlier. Put all of that in there. That will help you out immensely. Any previous work experience. Also some little skills, like if you're punctual and on time, if you work better as a team, or you're more independent, or you're good at both. Problem solving skills, anything like that to add into your CV will help you out immensely. And if you apply for jobs online, always attach the CV, guys. That will help you out immensely. So the next stage is obviously you send off your CV, and then you might hear back from the company. If you don't hear back from the company, don't get upset, don't be disheartened, carry on replying, and you will eventually get somewhere. Trust me, you will. Just don't give up, guys. That's the number one key. A little bit like YouTube. Just don't give it up. Just keep going. So eventually you'll hear back from an interview, and in the interview you need to dress quite smart. Now, you don't need to go overboard. You don't need to wear all suited up with a tux and a tuxedo, blazer, everything like that. You just need to go smart, but kind of casual. You don't want to go too overdressed, but you don't want to go too casual, because first impressions in an interview is everything. I know it's a bit cheesy and a bit corny, and it shouldn't be, but it is, guys. First impressions in an interview is everything. Okay? Everything. Also, another good tip is, for the company that you've applied for, it's always good to go online and check up a little bit of history and backstory about the company. They absolutely love it when you do this, guys, because it shows that you've took time, you've took effort, and you're enthusiastic to look into the company and work for, right? So looking up a little bit of history, a little bit of background about the place goes down a treat. You also might want to go online and just check out some questions, because you need to be prepared for some questions, right? Because they're going to ask you things like, why do you want to work for the company? Can you work well as a team? What can you offer to the team? They're going to ask you quick fire questions like that. So if you've got some some answers in your head already prepared, that's going to look great. Straight off the bat answers. It's going to look like you've done your homework. See what I did there? And they're going to absolutely love that. Prepared for some scenario questions as well that they'll probably ask you. Kind of things like, what would you do if there was a fire? What would you do if a customer needed help? What would you do if a customer fell over, for instance? So not exactly those questions, but it'd be a scenario question based on the work type, like that. In the interview as well, there might be group interviews where there's more than just one of you, and you might do some team activity work, so like team building works, where one of you would be the customer sales assistant and the other one would be the customer, or the other way round, or vice versa, or whatever fits into whatever job that you're applying to. So prepared for all of that, guys. And obviously when you can prepare the best you can, right? Then when you hear back from the company, they might say that you've got the job, which congratulations, you've done it, you've landed yourself your first job, whoop whoop. If not, don't get disheartened, don't give up, don't get depressed. Chalk it up as an experience, right? And try review sort of your interview and see what you can improve on next time. Better yet, if they ring you up or if they email you, see if you can email them back and ask them for some feedback. Because then you can work on that to help you in your next interview. Plus, it shows if they keep your CV on record, they'll be like, well, this guy actually asked, what he could improve on next time. And he was sort of firing out these questions, right? He knew about the company. That is really going to do well in your favour, guys. Then, when you do hear back from the company and you do get your first job, you'll probably go for an introduction day. Now, these introduction days are more kind of chilled back. You can wear your own casual clothes. Don't go too casual, though. Still be a little bit smart. Not as smart as you was for your interview, but you want to wear, something quite smart. Something not over the top. You can't get fired from your introduction either, so don't worry about that, guys. They'll just basically tell you about the brand standard, brand stand for, what the company stands for, what the company aims for, what your role is, what you're going to be doing, what they expect of you, and just kind of like an introduction to the role, basically. And then I think you normally do get paid for the introductions as well, but they're normally in the main branches. So it wouldn't be normally in the store that you applied for. It may well be, but most of the times it's not. It's normally in a bigger branch. And all of the other people that applied for the job and got the job at the same time will be in the same room as you. So you can meet some new members of staff that may be starting at the same time as you. So that's cool, right? You get to at least get to know somebody before you even start. Now, it comes to the first day of your job. Obviously, you need to turn up on time. You need to wear your correct uniform that you've been given, if you do wear uniform. And the biggest thing is to show some initiative. They love this. Even on your first day, if you see something and need to do it, go and do it. And honestly, the managers will be so impressed with you if you do that. Obviously, if they tell you to do stuff, you do that first. You don't just ignore them. Yeah, so that's some of my tips and advice for you guys who is going to be leaving school soon and the world opens up and becomes your oyster, right? That's what they say. Because you got no more, like, you don't have to go to bed at a certain time. You don't have to wake up at a certain time. You don't have to do homework, right? There's a lot of good things and there's a lot of opportunities as well out there, guys. You just got to look for it, search for it, want it, and just hunt for it. Just hunt for it. But all the best of luck to you guys, and whatever you decide, comment down below and let me guys know what you've decided to do when you've finished or have finished school. If you like this video, leave it a like, guys. I greatly appreciate that. If you're new around here, maybe if you're thinking about subscribing to the 7 Hells Legion, that'd be awesome, and you'll become the latest legend. Yes! So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and I hope everything turns out well for you guys. I hope this helps in some way, and I hope it makes you relax, calm a little bit about it. Don't stress. Honestly, everything will turn out fine. And for now, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!